Good afternoon, everyone. This is an update on the tropics for September 8th, 2022. We still have Hurricane Earl that is still strengthening here. We have post-tropical storm Danielle. We have two disturbances in the main development region. Let's get right into it here. This is the satellite imagery for around 1 p.m. Central Time. And as you can see, here's rapidly strengthening Hurricane Earl right now that is barreling towards Bermuda, which will bring some tropical storm impacts to Bermuda here in about a day or so. We have Invest 95L, which currently still has a 70% chance of development within the next 5 days. This is northwest of the Cabo Verde Islands and will be a fish storm if it does develop. Oh, and we also have another disturbance which is also heading about a northwestern direction here, currently south of the Cabo Verde Islands. Now this just came off of Africa here and will be heading to the northwest as well, which means it will most likely be a fish storm if it does develop. That means no impacts to land. Now we do have Earl, which is kind of a fish storm, but it's also going to bring impacts here to Bermuda. So we are going to have to keep you updated on that, on the latest details. Here's the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook. We have Danielle in the very northern portion of the screen, and that is now a post-tropical cyclone, Danielle. This has around winds of 65 miles per hour, and since this is so far north, it is now a post-tropical cyclone. We do have Hurricane Danielle, which is approaching a major hurricane status rapidly here. It has 105 mile per hour winds here, and it is around 29.0 north, 65.0 west, moving north-northeast at around 11 knots or 13 miles per hour. Also a minimum central pressure of 965 millibars. So it's really getting close to a major hurricane status. As you can see, here's that cone of this, here's that forecast cone, and we do have this becoming a major hurricane anytime now. Pretty much any hour we could see a major hurricane status from this. And as you can see, it will come very close to Bermuda. Bermuda right now will be seeing tropical storm force winds, but maybe some hurricane force gusts with this, which could be damaging in some spots. I do believe you may see some storm surge as well from this, and you may see a lot of rainfall as well. So a lot of those concerns, again, do what is needed there in Bermuda if you do live there as quickly as possible, as it will be hitting very soon here. Bermuda will be getting tropical storm force wind gusts here by Thursday at 8 p.m. So by tonight, you will be seeing tropical storm force wind gusts there in Bermuda. Now this really actually going fairly quickly here, so you're not going to see it for a long time. Around Friday at 8 p.m. you should stop seeing those tropical storm force winds. But then again, it's gonna be heading through quickly, so you may even see it stop by tomorrow morning. Here's Hurricane K, which is currently hitting the California peninsula of Mexico, and as you can see, we have hurricane warnings out right now. A lot of those tropical storm force wind gusts, kind of that swath there, all this yellow is tropical storm force winds that are ongoing. A very large type of hurricane here that is entering this peninsula. As you can see, it's making a very close approach to landfall here. Right in those hurricane warnings, you have tropical storm warnings here in those blues. As you can see, we'll be weakening into a tropical storm shortly by tomorrow morning, as it is encountering a lot of that land, and then apparently make a U-turn here as it approaches California, and then hopefully it will be turning into a post-tropical storm. I showed this off yesterday. I'm going to show it off again. Here's the flash flooding potential here for the next 3 days, particularly day 2 through Saturday morning. We do have a moderate risk for flash flooding. This includes right near San Diego. This includes Yuma, Arizona. You are going to be in a big flash flood risk due to some compact dry grounds, and I definitely think this moderate risk actually extends further south, since they don't really forecast for Mexico or the California peninsula. It doesn't show that off, but a lot of these areas are going to be in that moderate flash flooding risk over the next 3 days, again, particularly through Saturday morning. Let's look at the models here as we head into middle September here. There is Earl that does make it to a major hurricane very shortly, and then weakens out in the middle of the Atlantic. And as you can see, we do get a Bermuda high pressure there around September 15th, which could help guidance for tropical waves going into the Caribbean. Now, as you can see, for the GFS, we haven't really seen much tropical waves actually coming off here in middle September, but we have seen other models coming off of Africa in middle September. So particularly for tropical waves, I'm not really going to go with the GFS model for right now. We are going to be looking at the European model here. Real quick here, we're going to look at the 0Z run, and we've been pretty much talking about middle September waves here for a while. As you can see, Euro does have a lot of waves coming off around September 15th, even has some that do reach around a tropical storm strength. As you look at our icon model here, we do again have more tropical waves with more guidance here, and more of that guidance could lead these more westward, which could be a concern for the Caribbean. Definitely take that as a grain of salt for right now, but it's something we need to watch as we head throughout middle September, like I've been saying throughout these videos here. Now, as we look at the CMC model again, look at that tropical wave that just comes off of Africa, develops into a little something there. In middle of September, we even get another tropical system right there. So lots of trends after the fact. We see Hurricane Earl dissipate. We are going to see more and more tropical waves. The season will not be over just yet. Let's go and look at the Hurricane Earl satellite imagery. That is pretty good looking right now. As you can see, we have an eye wall pretty much forming right in here there. That is slowly strengthening up, slowly tightening up. And that will be forming an eye wall here probably in the next 12 hours or so. As you can see, you see a lot of that convection just really wrapping around this, creating kind of a vortex signature with this. You can see some of those higher level clouds that are kind of going in this direction. I mean, classic hurricane signature we're seeing here. And you see a lot of that inflow coming in on the right side, the east side of that. Definitely a very textbook looking hurricane could be incoming. As you can see, there's Bermuda right there. That is almost seeing tropical storm force winds already this afternoon. So you guys should be prepared for this. I hope all the people there are prepared for Hurricane Earl here, as it is getting very close to impact. It's actually looking like it is heading a lot more northward than expected, which could be again concerning. But at the same time, it does look like it's heading a little more northeastward. But the eye wall, again, the most strongest winds are looking like it's actually heading a bit more northward, which could be pretty much concerning for Bermuda as it gets closer and closer to those main impacts. And look at these SST values. We are definitely seeing a lot of warm waters for Earl to really take up and to continue to strengthen for a lot of time here. We have 30 Celsius waters over here, and that is just going to continue to strengthen it, as it is not in any wind shear or dry air. Just going to be continue to strengthen as it heads to the northeast. Now look at this. We look at the Gulf here. We are even seeing 32 Celsius, even possibly even 33 Celsius waters here in some localized spots in the Gulf. These are extremely warm waters and are pretty much primed for any tropical wave that does head into the Caribbean or even Gulf of Mexico. And that's why we need to watch here the rest of September, even into early October, for any tropical waves that do enter this area, because this area is very primed and ready for any tropical waves that come in this area. They are definitely going to strengthen a lot, become a tropical storm, maybe even a hurricane here. I've still got all of September to go for any guidance to really spike up and bring any tropical waves that do go into the Caribbean. They could definitely have some potential to develop into something big. If you did enjoy the tropical update, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you are new, and turn on post notifications. You won't miss a single tropical update on the channel at around 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time every single day. Also, make sure to share this video with any friends or family. Like the video. We do have the members and super thanks if you do want to support the channel even more. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.